Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included here in the One Duplicant Challenge. Recently, unfortunately, I don't get to play quite as much, and today I also don't have too much time to make an extended episode, but I still fancied playing a little bit. If you remember, in the previous episode we made these infinite storages. The oil storage is already going for it. However, you made me aware of a fatal flaw, and that is at the moment we are just pumping out the oil nilly-willy, and of course we always want to keep 2 layers of it. That also means a lot of the oil is not utilizable, and I mentioned that the shape is not really advantageous, it's just for the looks. But yeah, before it is too late, we have to make our way back in here, and we'll have to build something. Let's see, probably a hydro sensor is gonna be absolutely sufficient. We just place that right here. Get some wiring going, and that should be the end of it. And of course we're gonna do that for the water contraption as well. This way I can ensure that we have at least a little bit of oil on the second layer, even if we don't have any. I mean, I don't think that is actually gonna ever happen, but we want to be prepared for everything. Now, one thing I would like to take care of is the removal of the magma all the way up to this layer, and I figured we could just convert it into power. That would be easy. It's a long-term project, but it is reasonable. Now we'll have to be careful. If I dig away 2 layers here, then the hot abyssalite can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. So instead, I think what we're gonna do is remove everything that is currently in the way, such as this pipe. I'm probably also gonna remove the ladders. 1 layer here we can get rid of without issues, and then we already get started with the contraption. If we build the layer right here, we should be quite alright in terms of protection. And maybe the 2 tiles right here, we should focus on them, as they are currently the only ones that are potentially dangerous to reveal. Oh no, I actually removed the wrong tile, so we'll have to get some water back in there, but that's no problem. Right now we have 450 kilograms of oil, so there's still a little bit of time. Let's say we only want to start pumping if we are above 600 kilograms, and let's do 500, that's a nicer number. Now we only have 97 grams of liquid in there, that is bad. Yeah, I want to fix that. So we do the same thing as in the previous episode. Let's get another 10 packets in there. So approximately up to this point, connect you guys, and that's now fixed as well. Okay, I think I'm gonna get things started here with a liquid lock, and then at this point we're gonna dig our way into the magma biome. But we'll first have to make sure everything is secured, and I'm gonna have that here as my liquid lock. It's gonna be completely filled with oil, and that would be the beginning of our steam room, where we start extracting the heat out of the magma. We're gonna try to utilize it as good as possible. And then slowly but surely this magma biome can be solidified, so we can get a nice layer going. And by the time this happens, we probably also got rid of the entirety of the water. Now let's make the initial size here dependent on the amount of steam turbines we want to have. And we're gonna kick this off with 2 of them. So that would be the size of our room, and that is also what I would like to see pumped out. We might want to first do the liquid lock, so we get all of this mopped up ASAP. If we do this right, we might not even need power, because all I want is to see the items heat up the steam chambers and therefore give our steam turbines the necessary heat. On the other side, it would be great to relay the heat into the main system and only actually use it when we require it. So in this case, we at least want to do something about the steam turbines, maybe go straight over into this cable. That means we need to fix this with a bridge, so we can cross this with a wire. And then we're also going to temporarily power up the pump, but I guess we should probably focus on finishing the room first. And then right here, this I would like to see filled up with crude oil. Of course I had to finish the pump first, I didn't even notice. That's just how things go here. Wonderful, I was able to finish the walls before nighttime, and that, well, we have some bleach stone here apparently as well. So that is not really going to help, we need to clean this up. And to make this a little bit faster, we're gonna have our automatic dispenser here. Hello, Steve! I totally forgot about you. How have you been doing? I wonder where Marie is, actually. They're all sweep only, priority 9, and now we should be bringing that stuff outside the contraption. Okay, admittedly, the cleaning up part does take a little bit longer. I totally forgot we still have almost the entirety of the terrain right there. It might have been a little bit quicker to just push it away and let it drop somewhere else. Oh nice, we already achieved a vacuum, and I don't think we have anything in there that still emits gases. Now that we actually achieved a vacuum, the next step would be to dig down. Let me see, we probably want to do this right at the start. Maybe not quite the start, let's do it here. Wow, this is absolute insanity. I'm doing this now for another cycle. Just picking up insane amounts of materials. I'm starting to think it was a mistake to do this in classic mode. Good, finally it looks much cleaner. Let's see, where is the first hot one? This one is already hot, but we need to dig down all the way to this guy. Let's see, is this overpressured? No, this looks like a normal magma tile, so this shouldn't spill up. But that still means we need to remove at least 3 of these tiles. Let's go ahead and build, come on, build a ladder. There are my steam turbines. Oh, I built them out of aluminum. I'm so sorry, I did it again. Good, now we have a healthy amount of oil in here. I'm gonna undo the bottle emptier at this point. And now we should be able to reach this tile. But instead of just digging it up, I would like to exchange it with a steel tile. This is gonna be the start of our heat extraction. Yeah, I think that's gonna be absolutely fine. Also, we should already set up a little something here. Let me get a switch going, just for security purposes. And we're gonna be doing a little bit of automation wire right here. I would like these to be made out of steel, and then we can switch to other materials. But for now, this is just gonna go to the bottom. And then on the top, I also would like to see a thermosensor. There we go. Now this metal tile is gonna be heated up to the same temperature as the magma, which is perfect. Got my thermosensor in place as well. I'm gonna make sure the signal switch is turned on, so whenever we place the door, that's gonna go here, the mechanized airlock, also made out of steel. It's gonna open up immediately and not heat up as much. There it is, the door is incoming, and I'm gonna wrap this up with another steel tile. It could also be a different material. Yeah, instead of steel, let's do aluminum. This has a better conductivity. And the door opens up, so we only heated it up for a tiny amount. We do not need to hook up a power wire, so I'm just gonna suppress that notification. There's one more thing we need to do, and that is of course the piping of the steam turbines. And for now, I'm just gonna drop that directly on top of the metal tile, though this might not be wise. Yeah, let's actually bring all of these down first. And then we're just gonna route it through the ceiling and bring it over to the other end. But after that, I would say we're pretty much ready to fill this up with a little bit of water. We're gonna enable that auto bottle. Now, let me see. Oh, okay, that was actually a close call. Yeah, we still have everything here being salt water, but we'll have to remove this liquid pump, or instead of removing it, we could just bring it through the filters. So now it's gonna join up with this pipe here. And we're gonna go ahead, remove this section right there. Though it would be great to, for now, keep this as an oil pump. Yeah, I'm not gonna connect it just yet. I'm just gonna remove those. With that out of the way, there's just one more thing I'm missing, and that is a smart battery hooked up with a automation wire to the steam turbine, so we don't actually overproduce the power. But yeah, other than that, we can probably get this going. Let's get this to above 205. Let's maybe do 190 to begin with, see how it behaves. But essentially the sensor is gonna open up the door if we reach this temperature, at which point no heat transfer is possible. That means if I shut down the signal switch, then the door should close until the water actually heats up. And theoretically we should have enough. Oh, actually the melting point of aluminium is 660 degrees, so that might not be good in the beginning, at least until we heated up the water here. Yeah, okay, we're actually already getting some steam, that's good. I'm just gonna observe this tile. Yeah, now that we are getting the steam and everything distributes better, the metal tile actually cools down. I'm gonna wait with adding more water for the time being. Let's see if that is actually already enough to get things going. But still transferring the heat, we're now going up to 400 degrees with the metal tile. We're at 500 degrees. I'm gonna open up the door and we're immediately back to 135 degrees. Okay, so now we can let the sensor do the job again, and it's just gonna flick on and off now. And we shall see if we get a nice heat distribution this way. It could be beneficial to put the sensor up a little bit higher. I think I'm gonna do that. Now shut this down again and the sensor will take over, so we don't take the temperature right next to the aluminium tile, which is always hotter than the rest of the room, of course. Now it's opening up. Okay, what's happening? 165 degrees. What's going on? Of course, right now we don't need the power. I totally forgot about the smart battery. So, I'm a little bit concerned about this tile because we can only heat it up to 600 degrees. Actually, it seems to be working out fine. The only thing we're missing are temp shift plates, in my opinion. Say we add 4 temp shift plates made out of diamonds in order to distribute the heat amongst the room. Yeah, this got way hotter than intended. Even though it's set to 190 degrees, we went up to 230 degrees because of the delays. So the temp shift plates here should definitely help with that. Wow, just look how quickly I built these. Absolutely fascinating. Good, now what I suspect here is that we are gonna have a nice distribution. Yeah, the temperatures aren't jumping all over the place. And now as soon as I need power, we're gonna turn on the steam engines. So I'm gonna set this to 95 and 90%. The magma power is gonna be our preferred output. It's gonna be activated first. Right now, of course, I'm not using the power, so we cannot really verify, but there's some cabling missing either way. Dude, I'm trying to catch my dupe, but he's so quick. Okay, right now, not a lot of stuff is happening, so I cannot really verify that this is beneficial to us, but it's 2 steam turbines, right? And it's free geothermal power. Oh, actually, there we go. It is working. It turned on for just a brief moment, as it is supposed to. And as soon as we lose more power, they're gonna turn on again. Maybe this is a little bit too quick of a cycle. What if we put this... No, actually, look at that. This was a longer cycle. But I mean, we only have yet 2 steam turbines, and all we have to do is expand this whenever we want to add more power to the mix. And of course that also means we'll be extracting the heat a little bit quicker, and we eventually can just mine it all up and terraform the magma biome as well. Wonderful, I like this approach. The previous time I just tried to do it with the entirety of the magma layer, but I think doing it like this is a little bit better. Since now whenever we need a little bit more, we're just gonna expand the design. Eventually I might have to add an aqua tuner to cool the steam turbines, but right now I guess we can just take care of it like that. Alright, wonderful. I know this is a very short episode, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Hopefully in the next few days I'm gonna be able to record a little something more. But with that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great time, and hopefully I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Bye bye.